Welcome to another day with Zimaleta. Right now it's not excited. I just went in to try to get myself some wings to try to you know, go eat. I got a load, which was great. I come out outside and look what I see, a big puddle. So let me show you. Look at this, guys. As you can see, the water is dripping. I don't really know what's going on. Well, I kind of do know what's going on. It is the water pump that's leaking. I'm almost certain of that, because it's coming right from the bottom. Let me try to show it to you guys. As you can see, my it's leaking right down on my pan, and it's actually leaking pretty bad. Hey guys, unfortunate, my water pump's leaking. I do actually carry a new water pump with me, but I never had to deal with this before, guys. Of course I replaced water pumps in the past, guys, but on the Sprinter I bought one because I've seen actually one of the drivers having this problem, and unfortunately even the dealer did not have he did not have like the water pump. So I kind of figured, look, I'm gonna have to carry one with me, and because, you know, I don't want to be stuck in a position where I'm gonna need to, you know, have a water pump and I cannot have it. But man, as you know, I don't like working on this kind of stuff on the road, guys. I actually just had to cancel my load because I don't know how bad it is, and I may just need to come home and try to work on it at home. If I do work on a water pump, I'm gonna go ahead and replace all my pulleys. I'm gonna go ahead and replace my tensioner. But yeah, guys, this is not fun. Yeah, I had a load to Texas, guys. That could have been some good money, but I don't know if this was already happening, or this just started happening now, because I was kind of wondering where my water was going, because like the whole time I was driving, guys, even like in the summertime, I was noticing just like a little bit of water. I always have to add just a little bit to the radiator, okay? And in the summertime, it was probably like not noticeable, even if it was like a water pump, because, you know, it's just, it would not be that much. And right now, guys, it's pretty cold. It is like 42 degrees right now, and you know, I kind of stopped myself because I'm thinking, why am I seeing just water? It's not even orange in color, because I have a orange type of fluid. I do have water in there, but it's not just going to be just water by itself. It's going to be, of course, it's going to be with a radiator fluid. So that's strange. I don't have just water in there. If I had just water, you guys would have told me right away, what are you doing with just water, when you were telling us you need to actually add radiator fluid. And I do have radiator fluid inside. So, but what I will do right now is actually I will buy some gallons of water, and I'm going to try to add some in there, and I'm going to try to see like how much water I'm actually going to add, because I'm not sure like when this started and how much water I have lost so far. And when I was talking and I kind of interrupted my own self, if that's possible, I was telling you guys it is cold, and what happens is when it's cold, guys, metal shrinks. So obviously if there's a seal back there, it probably like shrunk just enough for the water to actually get through. So that's why, like in the winter time, a lot of this stuff goes bad. Like your high pressure fuel pump could start leaking diesel. This is why it's really important to try to basically, you know, look for this kind of thing. So anyways, guys, I just came to Walmart. I'm gonna try to go ahead and go in front of my vehicle and show you if anything else is going on. Let's see, we're right in front of it. And you can see it's coming from the corner over there. So it's not good. I'm trying to see if anything else is visible from this side. Of course, it's not visible. Let's go ahead and pop this little guy off. Yeah, it's looking kind of dry in there. I do see some liquid. It's not visible to the camera. So time to go buy some water. Wow, this is interesting. Guys, like I said, one problem down, 100 more to go. That's just the thing. It never ends. So it's kind of like you better know what you're doing with these sprinters, because either somebody else is going to be fixing it for you, or you're going to be doing it yourself. If you're doing it yourself, at least you could save some money. But yeah, man, this is not fun at all. I was hoping to try to make some more money this week, because I have plans. I'm trying to place another order to China for the product that I have ordered, the new product, not another order. This will be the first time I order. I was gonna try to order like next week, probably Friday, make the decisions on Monday. I would, pay them and stuff, because it's been months of ongoing negotiations. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to hold off on that just for a little bit. So I do got some water now from Walmart. I'll go ahead and pull this out. Let's see how much water it's gonna really take. Wow, it's taking a lot already. So it's taken, guys, almost a gallon. Wow, not exciting for sure. The thing about it is, guys, this might have been happening for a while. Just didn't notice it. Let's see if it keeps leaking. Well, that's just leaking on this side where I was pouring, so it looks like it leaked a little bit over there. It's still dripping, just a little bit. Guys, I'm not even gonna wait. I'm just gonna start driving home. Guys, I'm actually getting some diesel right now, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and put it in. I already completed the video. So I'm just gonna try to stick this somewhere inside of the video. That way you could, see what I'm talking about. It's actually true, because I'm actually going to be discussing this further in the video. Because once the engine warms up, it typically will stop leaking, and I'm talking about like the water pump or any kind of leak really, if it's attached to your engine, because the metal expands. So I'm actually getting diesel right now, and I'm actually gonna walk out right now. I haven't done a single thing except the engine's warm, and you could clearly see there's no leak. Here we go, guys. Disregard that leak, because my leak is actually on the other side. You can clearly see nothing. It's completely dry. The can is dry. So yeah, guys, when it's winter time, you just don't know what to expect. So be on the lookout for any kind of leaks. Be on the lookout for leaks, guys. If it's early in the morning and it's really cool, you're like one of those cool states. Start up your van, guys. Step outside and just take a look, guys. Hopping up, from the bottom to the top. Just see if you got any kind of, if anything has leaked out or if anything's leaking out. If you're not sure, move to a dry spot and just monitor the situation. Because, guys, I always look. Like every time I'm fueling, I'm walking around my vehicle. I'm inspecting everything. I'm kind of like doing like a walk around. Like I never was a truck driver, but I know this is something you have to do when you're a truck driver. You have to get out and you have to do that kind of like a pre-inspection type of thing before you start driving. But I constantly do that. I want to make sure all my lights are on, everything is working, like I don't want to miss anything. So sometimes it's just the littlest thing could, cause you the most trouble. So anyways, I do want to point it out so you guys could clearly see that's what it is. I was, correct when I was telling you guys. It's because it's cold and the seal is basically, it's not sealing correctly, because the metal shrinks when it's cold and it expands when it's hot. This is why when you're doing kind of like you're using heat for kind of like removing some bolts, for instance, the bolt is actually the stuck portion, and you just heat the knot will expand and release itself from the actual bolt. But if you heat the bolt up, the opposite happens. The metal, the bolt's actually going to expand and lock in, and then you could end up actually breaking the bolt off. So if you do it incorrectly, so it could either work for you or not work for you if you do it correctly or incorrectly. But sometimes you have no choice, and I've done it in the past too. Just heat the bolt itself, not the nut, because you can't get to the nut, and then allow the bolt to heat up, and then of course to cool down, causing it to kind of like release itself, sort of. So it also kind of works. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drive home. I'm probably overreacting. I actually been noticing this for quite a while. I added just about like almost a gallon, and I've added a while ago I added like the same type of amounts, and you know, it would take some time, and I was kind of thinking, you know, where's it all going, and I wasn't really sure where the water was going, so I couldn't see anything. And the thought of like the water pump leaking, I didn't even think about that, because I fairly have a kind of like a newer engine. I calculated I only had I have about 330,000 miles on this Sprinter van. So this engine, when I bought it, had new engine, new turbo, new everything, guys. Basically kind of like on the top. So, you know, like, you expect that stuff to last you quite a while, and it's doing that. But also what I've been noticing, guys, since I was driving, I always noticed that this Sprinter was not staying at quite 180. It stays just a little bit above 180, which shouldn't be like any concern, because I've noticed other Sprinters do the same thing. But it is concerning to me, because my previous engine, that was the one was kind of bad. Well, it went out on me, you know, through a rod. At 844,000 miles, it stayed right in the middle. Okay, so
turn right on Allen Road.
Let me it's interesting that it's taking me to the right. I didn't expect that, because I'm actually riding myself home. So when it was just like 180 and stuff, you know, like me driving, you know, like I've noticed in the wintertime it was a lot cooler inside of my vehicle. You know, so I was kind of thinking, all right, so it's cooler. Then I found out that there's two different type of thermostat. There's a summer and a winter type of thermostat. So I immediately thought, okay, well, you know, I must have the thermostat that is designed for the I guess the summertime, so that it doesn't open up, you know, like as often and stuff, to try to, you know, heat things, you know, like make things well, anyways, I'm getting all kind of confused over here right now, because I haven't had any coffee, I haven't done any anything to eat. So but yeah, there's, you know, two different type of thermostats. One of them is supposed to keep your vehicle cooler in the summertime, and another one's supposed to keep it warmer in the wintertime. So I was kind of thinking, well, I must have like the summer thermostat, because it's really not doing me any good in the wintertime. So I kind of figured, okay. So when I seen the thermostat that I have currently, I kind of figured, you know, it's staying a little bit warmer, so it must be the one for the wintertime, because the summertime right now in my vehicle, obviously you know, it's being a little bit more hotter and stuff than it's supposed to be. But I'm also noticing the same thing, guys. Now that it's cooler, it's still running, and I've been noticing this for a while, it's still running just a little bit hotter, like a little bit hotter than like 180. So it didn't bother me now, and I kind of figured, okay, I guess it's a normal type of operating temperature. But what if it has something to do with the water pump kind of leaking? It's just not enough. That just a little bit of water, not enough to really kind of cool it down. And here's another thing, guys, that I wanted to kind of mention to you in this video, because all of these things I'm learning within like all these past couple weeks, that kind of like what's going on. As you guys seen, and like some of my previous videos, I think it was about a month ago, I have replaced that piece that basically keeps your vehicle warm on the inside. Like it basically, you know, circulates the water, it opens up proper portals and stuff, and basically then you have like warm air blowing. So guys, I replaced it, and then it was working fine. I left. It was blowing like nice cold, nice warm air and stuff. Okay. Yeah, so it was blowing nice warm air, and then of course when I actually changed it, guys, I topped off my fluids and stuff. I put like more radiator fluid in there, and you know, and I keep driving, so it was warming nicely, like just good warm air coming in, you know. And then like a week later, I'm noticing it's not as warm anymore. Like it's just not as warm. And then here's another thing that I'm noticing: the driver's side stops blowing warm air. It's just a little bit kind of like not even warm, but it's not really cool, but it's much cooler. So if it's cold outside, like 40 degrees, and I know that's like not even that cold, it gets much cooler in the wintertime, it would actually like I had to close them up because like on my driver's side, the vents, so that I'm not gonna get too cold from it. So then on the right side, of course, I'll still have warm air coming through. Like even now, guys, it is very soft type of warm. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to open it up on the side. It's just like it's still like right now. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool to the touch, guys, for this warm air. I mean, for this air that's on my side. So that's what's kind of like what's interesting. That it's just only one side working. So then I would come home and I would replace it again. I would pull another one off one of my other used sprinters. And again, everything's working great. I get the driver's side warm air, the passenger side, and then again in about a week, it just kind of like the driver's side not getting warm air, but the passenger side is. So I replaced it again, guys. I already replaced it 3 times. I just don't let you know. I just keep basically replacing it with my used ones, and every time I'm getting the same situation. So it's either so what's going on, it's either, guys, these older type of parts, they're not that good, and that's why they were probably meant to, you know, get broken anyways, or it's too big of a coincidence for this to happen. There's something else going on, and that something else might be because I'm actually losing water, and then it's not circulating in those pipes, and then what happens is probably one side of the pipes, because I think one of them is like there's 2 pipes going in, so both of them is supposed to be kind of like one probably for each side, you know, to warm up. I don't know, like that's probably how it's designed. I'm gonna do like further investigation on it with my used Sprinter. I'm gonna see where those pipes lead, but that's kind of like what I'm guessing is it's supposed to, one's supposed to go for one side and one for another. So that means one of the pipes is not opening up, unless there's another little thing and it's not opening up the system for the driver's side. So there could be like another little thing, so I need to look closely. So once I do learn that, I could actually pass it down to you guys so that you could deal with it. But guys, that's kind of like what I'm dealing with right now. It's the warm air on the passenger side, and it's just warm, guys. I gotta set it on hot. It's just barely warm. And right now, actually, guys, my temperature gauge is like right in the center, probably because I added the water fluid. And I've been noticing that too, guys. It would be sometimes in the center, and then sometimes from some driving, it would work itself back into like a little bit past the 180 mark. So possibly due to the fact that as I'm driving, the water is slowly dripping out, and it wasn't enough to cause a major concern, but it was just enough to cause the temperature difference. Well, right now it's actually rising just a little bit above 180, so it's back to its normal position since I'm driving 55 miles an hour here on the highway. So yeah, this is a lot to think about, but what I wanted to also, you know, let you guys know that of course in the winter time, as I mentioned in the beginning, the metal shrinks and those seals kind of like become like less good, you know, so like you get all kinds of issues. Plus your bearing starts failing, so I guess they're running a little bit dry, you know. So yeah, not that exciting, of course, but it's okay. It is definitely okay, because I needed to change my tensioner pulley anyways, and then I was going to try to put on some pulleys, because of course, as you guys know, for some reason, at least like 3 times this year, my belt just randomly just came off. So You know, one of those times was I don't count it because it was actually the alternator when it went out, like the pulley. It basically caused the belt to, of course, to just shred into pieces. So that doesn't really count. But it could be by now, by 330,000, that my pulleys are getting ready to go. The tensioner is probably already not as good because it's not holding the tension properly, and of course the water pump. But you know, guys, I just talked to one of my buddies. He's got a 2015 type of Sprinter. He just done his water pump. He replaced his water pump because he was actually losing water somewhere, and him and his pops, they just, you know, they found what it is, and they replaced the water pump, and then they found some other pipes. So yeah, guys, that's, you know, that's it, like right there, you know. But one of the other things that I want to do, I guess, once I come home, I do have other type of radiator pipes as well, brand new ones. I may end up just replacing those as well. I got lucky about one of the parts sprinters, and it had all kinds of parts in it. Like, it probably, well, the guy told me it had them in there. He just didn't need them. So he had a tensioner in there. He had, you know, like a new belt. He also had I'm thinking about something right now too, because I'm listening to something. I'm hearing something going on. But he had all these pipes, guys. Every single pipe that you could think of that's on the Sprinter. Because this guy had a previous engine failure completely, like it just completely disintegrated, I guess, like on the inside, because he overheated it, you know, because one of the radiator pipes went, and he wasn't really looking out for that, you know, and it just his piston just completely fell apart, guys. It was crazy, you know. But so he bought all these pipes, and then when his Sprinter engine failed, he sold it to me for like $1,600, and I was able to get all those extra, you know, parts and stuff, which is always nice. That's why I do have a parts printer, and it's very useful, guys, for like many different things. But anyways, guys, that's what I was thinking of over here. I'm hearing a little noise, and the noise that I'm hearing is a little like a screech type of sound, which sounds like it's coming from the belt. It possibly could also be coming from some of the pulleys. But the reason that I'm thinking it's coming from the belt, and I kind of put two and two together, my belt could also be slipping off due to the fact that the water pump's leaking and it's getting on the belt, and it could be just enough for it to just slip off. Because, guys, as I told you last time, remember when I ran a raw water bottle, and I know the belts should not slip off in a water bottle, but that was a good coincidence because the water bottle was not even that big, guys. I ran over one the day before, and that was huge. That was like running over like a little I don't know, mini pond on the road, guys. That was really bad. It was like a lot of rain. But the other one, guys, was just a normal type of bottle. I just ran over it. I, you know, made some splashes, and then all of a sudden I see my battery light come on, which indicating that either the alternator went out or your belt just slipped off because the alternator's not spinning. Of course, I knew that I just replaced the alternator, so it has to be the belt. So I just pulled over to a safe location and I replaced the belt. But one thing I noticed, guys, I know it was raining outside, but my belt was wet. So I was kind of thinking, well, how could the water get on the belt from the bottle? Because there's just really no way, because the engine's kind of like in the front. The wheels is the one that did the, you know, ran over the puddle, and it created splashes everywhere. But it's still, I have the wheel wells. It should still not go on the belt. So yeah, like a lot of you guys are thinking, no, that's not going to cause it to slip off. And yeah, I completely agree with you guys. It shouldn't. But it was wet. And now that I'm thinking, since the water pump's leaking, of course, it probably was a cold, cooler day. I just started driving in the morning when it slipped off. I just got the load, just like I do right now. And it was just enough, I guess, to cause the belt to slip off. So, yeah, not cool. But anyways, guys, normally I'm wearing sunglasses, but right now the sun is just blasting me right now in the eyes. I know it's really hard to tell, but yeah, I'm squinting a lot. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go home, and it looks like I'm going to be recording a lot of videos, what I'm doing. And in case some of you guys are watching and you participated in the camera giveaway, I am going to select the winner today, but the winner is going to be announced sometime this week, because I want to make a little bit more of a special video with the winner selection, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I wanted to kind of show you at least what I did. So I do need my computer because the computer software is actually going to choose the winner for me. And basically I want to record it on the screen so that I could put it all in one video, you know, and then you guys could see that I chose the winner fairly and squarely. But I am working on another giveaway. As you guys have seen, I just made a new keychain, and as part of the promotion for my keychain, I want to give 10 of them away on my channel to my viewers, of course. Usually when people are doing promotion, they're trying to give away whatever, like an Amazon or whatever that they're doing a giveaway, just so they could get a lot of, you know, like likes and I guess good comments and stuff. I'm not doing it for that particular reason, but I am doing it as part of the promotion. I have a limited supply of the Zimaleta keychains they haven't even came in yet from China, but they will be probably by the end of the week. Since I'll be home, it's a possibility that I'm actually going to get them in. So I want to actually give 10 of them away, and then I'm going to have a limited time where they're going to be available for $10, because I'm going to actually sell them for $15, and then I'm going to just have a limited time, maybe like 1 week or a couple days or something, where probably like 1 week, so that my viewers, if they want to have a keychain like that, they could get it. And by doing so, you guys are supporting kind of like what I'm doing on YouTube, because I am getting some YouTube revenue and stuff, but I spend so much more time than the amount of money that I'm actually getting from YouTube, from the ad revenue, that it's really kind of like it's pretty much kind of like my YouTube channel is it's not financially feasible, sort of, you know, except I'll continue on doing it regardless. But what I'm gonna try to do is to try to make some money here and there, you know, by selling little knickknacks and whatnot. And you guys don't have to buy them or not, but hey, I have my channel, might as well, if somebody wants to support me with my efforts, because I'm giving a lot of information away that potentially will save, if not hundreds, thousands of dollars for somebody in breakdowns. And the channel is only going to get better, and for it to get better than what it is right now, that means I'll have to get a little bit more equipment, because right now all I'm doing is using my cell phone to record videos, which means whatever sound they get on my phone, that's the sound I'm going to get. As you know, there's no headset type of plug-in, so to make that happen, it's a little bit more of a challenge. But the sound, I guess it's okay, but I would like to make the sound much better. And I'm not talking about just the vlogs here, I'm talking about just having quality videos, because as I continue, I will have much more insightful videos, much more information, and much better content for time to come. But anyways, guys, I wanted to say that towards the end. If somebody listened to the end, then, you know, you'll see kind of like what I'm doing. But you know, I don't want to come off as kind of like I'm trying to like sell you guys a bunch of stuff, even though that is what I'm trying to do. You know, to try to support my YouTube channel so that it's going to grow. And once my channel does pick up steam and we'll have like hundreds of thousands of views, then I'm not gonna have to do that anymore. But by that time, I'm gonna be on Amazon anyways, you know, selling some stuff on there to try to create a second income so that I could replace my current income. Because I want to do other things. I want to do real estate investing. You know, I want to do more with the stock market, and you know, of course, my dealership. I want to have that going, and I'm still considering of having a local fleet or something. I'm still considering that, guys. It's never completely out of the works, because I do have the vans. I could actually just launch a little fleet locally where I could service my vans, and the insurance is going to be much less expensive because it's a local type of thing. But of course, you know, that's all going to come in as time progresses for videos to come. And to my dear viewers that's watching me this long, guys, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't know if I would have come this far, because at one point I was not getting any views, and that was really disappointing, because you're talking to a wall. That's like the biggest disappointment. Like, I'm talking to a camera, like, but it feels like I'm talking to a wall. There's really nobody behind that wall. So, but now that I know, there's quite a bit of you guys watching. So, thank you so much for that, guys. Take care. God bless you. Good luck with your Sprinter. If you have any questions, please let me know, guys. I always like to answer them. And take care. Bye-bye.